fantastic time picking up Clearlove's Evelyn randomly and things like this.
They banned out the Morgana that was a first pick.
Unfortunately, we won't see a needlessly large rod stacking Dumbledoge Morgana this game.
Dang it.
Hecarim as well banned out there to make sure Thaldrin.
That's a serious ban, though,
it is.
from EDG.
Very
All right, yeah. So the thing is, EDG, you know, Deft was talking. He was like, yeah, we want to just play strong lanes and we want to win our game quickly.
Yeah.
We want to move through these group stages.
Yeah.
This is going to be very good one-on-one laning experience for every single lane going down the line for all of Beşiktaş. This is going to be a very hard battle. And Edward Gaming, let's see what sort of early picks they want to go with for strong lanes if they want to go.
Well, there's EDG's Callista being picked up that last game that made an impact. It gets banned out this time.
Urgot on top of it.
And Urgot as well, like you said. Ahri goes towards Energy. LeBlanc quickly thrown at pawn. We're going to see what Koro decides to go with this game. It looks like they may lock themselves in some early jungle.
Yeah, it might be that Rek'Sai there for Clearlove, and I like this. Just make sure he sticks with his early pressure, and we've seen his level 2 ganks getting first blood after first blood. May as well stick with it.
If you want to win early game, you want to go with Rek'Sai then.
Or Quinn.
Yeah.
Right, Kobe?
Perfect. Exactly right. Mid lane, of course, right? For the roaming.
Yeah, but I wouldn't actually be surprised if Thaldrin picked Riven here. It's one of his favorite champions. He loves that. They have been playing that over in the Turkish League. And why not pick your favorite champion and have fun?
I'm waiting for the actual lock-in. He keeps hovering.
I know.
Favorite
but
champion,
I just want to see him actually do it.
And I feel like he will do it one of these days.
One of these days.
Sivir definitely may be for an option for them. Getting into these fights against EDG is going to be something they need to do and make sure that Edward Gaming is always pressured. The Rumble gets locked in for Thaldrin. Definitely can make an impact in the top lane with him.
He wants the best experience you can get. He saes, show me your Gnar, Koro. I want to taste. Let me experience this.
Yeah, with that Hecarim ban, that's just about what left is left up. We did see Maokai making a big impact last game. I don't know if it's going to be the same here. Thresh being hovered over by Pawn. That would be a pickup for Meiko, who also has his Annie to go for this game if he wants.
Yeah, he can pick whatever he wants here, of course. And Pawn thinking about the Jace there, very signature champion for him, but see whether it does actually come through. I actually like Nardeus picking away the Sivir from Deft as well. Deft a fantastic Sivir player, but Pawn now thinking about the Gnar. We're going to see it. Koro's Gnar against Thaldrin's Rumble, and this is actually comfort pick versus comfort pick.
Yes, it is. We'll see how they match up. This is exactly what Thaldrin wanted, right?
Yeah.
Top lane experience. Now, the reason that I'm not really thrown by that Jace hover over is because you can't really, since the top lane has been whittled down like this and you're expecting an AD top laner, you can't really afford to run an AD mid laner in the state of the game. In Cinderhulk, there's no way any team gets away with stacking one type of damage any longer because there will be a tank on the other team that will stack that resistance.
The thing that I'm really scared about for Beşiktaş here is the fact that Deft is basically undefeated on Jinx. His Jinx is incredibly strong. Jinx does incredibly well against Sivir.
Very true, and it kind of seems like Beşiktaş kind of want EDG to pick these champions that they have all these undefeated and close to undefeated records on, so they can, you know, experience what is
the wrath of EDG.
I mean, by the way, because he target banned the other two.
But it's on the other side. Beşiktaş also have a whole lot of comfort picks as well. So it's not like Beşiktaş have lost out necessarily.
Here's what they've got. They've got an amazing AoE wombo combo for Beşiktaş. They've got the Sejuani Rumble. That by itself is enough to destroy a team fight. When you boost it up with Sivir speed, they have the ability to win one of those 5-on-5 fights towards the middle of the game that they're looking to for the comeback. As Spawn said, probably their best chance here is group up and try and get some AoE done.
Yep. However, in that Zed, but like you said, Kobe may not be that AD that they need. It's the AP, and they lock in the global, the twisted fate for Pawn here to be making some plays and affect every lane in the game.
The double globals, this is going to be fun.
The twisted fate Rek'Sai.
Yep.
So many plays with
the triple global, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
You got to teleport in the top lane. So cross map plays aplenty. It's a very good answer to a team that wants to group up as 5.
Yeah, but Energy probably wants to split push a little bit if he's going to go with this Diana pick. And decent lane matchup there once he hits level 6 against Twisted Fate, you have to think.
Definitely the assassin of choice. very good chances as long as they don't, you know, come out of laning phase with a huge deficit.
Right. Usually the control is Pawn pushes that in and he disappears from the lane.
Also, the problem is with the 3 global teleports, one person split pushing is never just one person split pushing.
Right.
Could easily have several members teleport in to even the number.
Yeah, you can't exactly take the fight to the teleport guy this game.
Yeah.
There's always going to be another one.
The old adage of go to the source of the teleport that I was talking about in season 1 of the LCS is much harder to pull off when there are 3 sources of teleports.
Well, they've actually got 4 global abilities, don't they, really? Because Deft also has a Super Mega Death Rocket he can throw into the fray. EDG can sort of be everywhere at once offering damage. It's ridiculous. But Thaldrin, he's got a teleport as well, so they've got a little bit of global pressure. But we'll see what Beşiktaş can do with what they've got, because Theokoles on a power pick there in the Sejuani has shown that he can perform well on that one. Nardeus can start up the fights with that on the hunt and has shown some fantastic Sivir play in the past.
Yep.
We'll see how this one's going to work out. But they do not want standard lanes. My God, do they not want standard.
Beşiktaş picking into the fight comp, something EDG loves to do. So we are going to get another game of brawling. We have had awesome games so far here at the second day of the midseason invitational, and it's only going to get better. The crowd is ready to get into these next games as well. And ties could be happening, ties could not be happening. There's been a few games that definitely didn't go the way people would thought today. We'll see how this one plays out.
Yeah. And remember, for all you TSM fans who are very sad right now, you are now Beşiktaş fans. You are rooting for Beşiktaş to get a victory here. So Beşiktaş should win this fan vote if all of the TSM fans are now voting for them.
They move over to Beşiktaş. Makes sense.
All right, as we load up into our third match of the day, let us know who you think is going to be getting an upset by tweeting at LOL Esports with hashtag BJK win, or use EDG win if you think the LPL representatives will come out ahead.
Yep, this is the only chance that TSM also have to try and get back in this. Be a Beşiktaş upset, and then some more victories later on.
Well, we'll see what they can do, of course. Beşiktaş have a lot of comfort here, but EDG, they've got signature picks across the board, and as they move out onto the Rift, I'm frightened for Beşiktaş here, because Pawn, one of the best Twisted Fate players, of course. It's difficult saying that here at MSI, where Westor is just around the corner showing that he's phenomenal, but man, Koro's, Gnar, Clearlove's, Rek'Sai, this is ridiculous.
You know what has worked against Pawn's Twisted Fate? Camp him early! Give him like 6 deaths early on.
That didn't actually help.
It worked against his Twisted Fate. It didn't help win the game, but...
Yeah, true. The Twisted Fate did not win. Oh, the flash death sends Dumbledoge with quick feet. One actually blows the ghost here as well. Dumbledoge, he does have the shield. Pawn, though, he's still running after him. There's not a whole lot of follow-up damage. Another stun. Thaldrin looking for some harpoons around the side, but Dumbledoge just casually walking away. Beautiful crescent slash. Energy getting money out of that one.
Yeah, money and 4 summoner spells.
Yeah.
Dumbledoge only had to spend 1 to get all of those movement spells. A couple of flashes with the Ghost and Exhaust.
That was pretty hard from EDG, I'd say. They're a little careless as well.
They're like, I saw HQ do it. Let's all go.
No, they're like, I've got a stun, guys. We've got to invade. Let's do heaps of stuns.
All right, so with that played out, EDG, they're going to have a very safe laning phase here. You can attack quite a few things. Clearlove can still get in for the ganks. Maybe it's that focus to the bottom lane. When Fnatic lost their flash, that was the first focus coming in to get that support.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is here, Clearlove without flash, so much more difficult to pull off that early move with Rek'Sai. She really does lose a lot of the early power without the ability to close distance with not only tonal but as well flash. The thing is, Sejuani, a much weaker early jungler, still can, as we've seen, go for the early gank. However, if they meet up in a 2 versus 2 scenario, fairly difficult to come out ahead. Whoa!
Whoa, and already Nardeus has to blow the flash there in the bottom lane as the death sentence was coming out from Meiko.
You wanted to lane against the Jinx from Deft and the Thresh from Meiko. You got what you wanted.
So aggressive. The exhaust and the flash is down. The exhaust is up for Dumbledoge, but they just cannot decide to trade early with that attack speed increase from Deft, and they quickly gain a lead, 9-2 in CS there.
Dumbledoge actually didn't come to lane, or come to the Gromp with full health as well after that level 1 action, so narrowly missing there on the death sentence, but sort of already at a deficit after taking that early level advantage.
Yeah, and we'll see if this deficit holds after the wave shoves up to the turret, because there's potential CS here for Beşiktaş. But the point for EDG is to shove them in under the turret and try and, here's that early focus towards the mid lane of Pawn's TF.
Yeah, Theokoles looking for it. Nice moonfall as Pawn's going to flash out of the way. Gold card is available and Energy unable to follow through, but Pawn, no summoners.
Nicely waiting there for the Arctic Assault and then the Moonfall, as you said, but there should be a rinse and repeat there, as you mentioned. No summoners on that mid lane, and here comes Theokoles.
Very early, saying wasting no time. We're coming back into this one, but
maybe not.
Does have a ward available.
Curbs it.
Clearlove, get over here. I don't have any more escapes.
Well, with him clearing that ward, they may actually get this advantage. Clearlove sees that, and they could use it just in this second if Energy steps out.
Yeah, both junglers sitting on wards around mid lane. Mirrored opportunities here, and everybody's sad. Pawn, though. Ghost just
there's
came
the
back.
flash moonfall though, as Pawn's in a bit of trouble. Clearlove right around the corner. Energy eating a lot of damage. Clearlove with so much wildcards don't land. The Prey Seekers there. Pawn is so low. The level up comes in. There's the Pale Cascade. Can Energy survive? Clearlove wants the tunnel. We'll see whether he gets it. There's the Qs and first blood for Clearlove.
Kobe, you happen to say if they met 2v2 with that Rek'Sai early, it would kind of go in favor of the Rek'Sai.
Yeah, it's hard for Sejuani to win 2 versus 2 situations. But Pawn, he burned the Ghost. That was the only one that he burned early on. So while it looked like EDG going really, really deep, Ghost comes back off. Oh, here we go. Clearlove once again.
Yeah, he's caught himself in a 2v1 situation, but doesn't seem to mind about it, as he can just take that Dark Passage to safety. Meiko handing that one out to him, and man, Clearlove's Rek'Sai is frightening.
That's such a great composition. We see it a lot from Wolf and Bengi in the jungle as well. The Thresh Rek'Sai, tunnel in, lantern out, you're good to go. It's so safe.
Definitely nice to have a buddy in the jungle.
Always.
The buddy system working out here for EDG. Koro quite low there on the top side as Thaldrin. He's going to overheat as well. Wants to find a harpoon, but of course he's silenced, so he's not going to be able to. But Koro getting pressured out early.
Yeah, so I always really like watching the Gnar Rumble matchups. It's very telling of top laners and a really good way to judge them because it's so easily tipped. It really depends on who's willing to play more aggressively early on because the first one to get that small advantage can then snowball it, but early on, unless you have vision of the jungler, it's very risky to go that hard.
That was interesting from Koro. He made sure that he wasn't going to regen his health and then teleported. Very strange, but Crescent Slash is going to come through again here for Energy, and Pawn not going to get hit by that one. Continues just to shove out this wave. Thaldrin going to equalize the teleports in the top lane, so no early dragon pressure. He's not even level 6 yet, man. It's not that funny.
I think the teleport before Health Pool got back up was because there were minions dead.
Yeah, but Dumbledoge, he's getting taken out solo. Really nice death sentence, but there are 3 members. Deft gets excited as he takes down the Janna. Destiny coming in. Nardeus has to be careful. That flare max range was beautiful. Nardeus trying to do some work, but Deft, he's so low. Theokoles, he wants to pick up the kill. Flashes for it, and he's going to grab the sneaky Jinx before falling down. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Clearlove helping Koro get one, and EDG, action everywhere.
Energy's like, where'd it go?
Is that not? Well, Energy, he should have tried to, I think he did try, but he should have tried to go on to Pawn as he was teleporting because he was in vision. But that's probably why Pawn came in with a blue card. But anyways, is there any better feeling of getting ganked by a jungler and coming away with the kill for the bottom lane?
Or a few kills on top of that?
Yeah, and then on the top side, as we saw, this is a matchup that you want to play aggressively and you want to, trade damage without backing down. But if you don't have vision of that jungler, the first jungle gank can change the entire situation up in that top side. And Clearlove's the one to get up there because obviously Sejuani was ganking bottom.
And also now Koro, he's got the Hex Shrinker in his back pocket. This matchup is going to be a whole lot easier for him at this stage.
Just keep up in the face of Thaldrin, try to shut him down. You can see Meiko trying to get the wards in so they can now close in. Nardeus, they just do this without hesitation. Nardeus took a few seconds to look at the minions, and now he's too close to range. Played onto the chompers, and these guys are using everything they have. A grab onto Dumbledoge as well as Deft keeps the correct focus onto Nardeus, and the 1-2 punch comes up clean for EDG.
There's just nothing missed from Meiko at all.
Not at all. Great synergy between that bottom lane. We said before, there may be two different languages there, but they play as one mind.
They certainly do. Energy is going to manage to back. He's been putting on a lot of pressure here. Actually, Oro looking for it in the top lane. Thaldrin's going to flash into the wall in celebration.
That tree is too...
So, to be fair, the Hex Drinker had nothing to do with that. That was just 1 versus 1 outplay, and a really good job of Crow jumping on another opportunity for himself. But man, remember as well, this is the Deft Jinx.
Oh no, Deft across the wall into that chomp is Nardeus, not going anywhere, and Deft is gonna pick up another one.
The sonar hook.
Oh,
so nice.
Me, that was ridiculous.
All right, which lane is the next kill coming?
Yeah. Let's just wait and see.
Not sure. BJK are definitely trying to stay safe here within these lanes, but right at the front door every time is EDG. It doesn't even seem like they've really backed here. They're always on the side of the map of Beşiktaş. 9-1 now, 9 minutes in, and the first turret will fall in that duo lane. It is bottom. 69, now 70-34. That's CS.
Deft said the plan was to get our strong picks in lane, win our lanes, and quickly finish the game.
Yeah.
So, check mark on the first 2 for them. The third one, quickly finish the game.
There's the Destiny into the top lane though. Thaldrin, he's being caught out by this Twisted Fate. Going for the turnaround. Pawn taking a lot of damage, but it's not going to be quite enough as Koro picks up the kill onto Thaldrin. 0-3-0 now for this Rumble. He's having a tough time.
You know, I said it seems like they're almost not backing. You guys mentioned 3 pretty much globals on this team. They are always going to be on the map trying to create pressure. You could see
the flash play.
Thaldrin had those wards and still went down. This time EDG is just going to go straight for the fight. Clearlove flashes in for the knockup, and Koro from the top lane here is going to be able to continue the fight.
Yeah, and Dumbledoge's going to fall down. Double kill for Deft. His energy's going to get exhausted. Koro, he's burning down. Is he going to die? Meganon not in time as energy picks up the shutdown. Nardeus could be in trouble. Megadeth Rocket sails by, but Deft is getting the turret tank for him, gets excited and runs away from the Rumble. And 8-1-2 now for this Jinx. This is ridiculous.
This is also going to be a lot of mid lane pressure. Should be able to take down the turret as well. And EDG off to, you could say, a good start.
Yep, you could say. 7,000 gold to lead at 10 minutes, 11 minutes. This Clearlove's going to take away the Raptors, probably going to escape as well as he's quite low on health.
Keep it on par with more kills than minutes again.
That's what you got to do. You got to do. But they're on 16 at 11 minutes. That's a lot more. That's more than we're used to.
Trying new things.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens now. They put Deft back towards, not back towards, but now in the top lane to start cleaning up CS, continuing to focus a lot of power into him. He's already turned on, just spent another 1,800, so he's just going to level up to Super Saiyan now.
Deft has 6,000 gold on him. 11.5 minutes into the game with 8 kills.
It's more than double the gold.
Yeah, you look at the other side.
3.2 thousand gold ahead of his lane opponent.
All right.
Gosh.
Well, let's see. Beşiktaş, what can they pull? Defensive warding helps to an extent, but the other team has Twisted Fate. So trying to pull a 5-man ambush from a bush, you know, with some vision. Still probably the best hope. However, pawn pop is all. Everyone gets found. Yeah, there it is.
The Beşiktaş Esports Club standing true behind their team. And they are putting up one hell of a fight here against EDG, who is just trying to close that stranglehold down here. Beşiktaş now hopefully getting these team fight compositions together. There is a game-changing ultimate from the Theokoles that can come in, but they have to be able to follow up perfectly. Because even if they hit everything spot on, I still think it's going to be a hard fight for Beşiktaş to pull through.
And EDG do have a lot of their gold on Deft as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, theoretically, if Beşiktaş managed to destroy him early on in a fight, they might be able to get something done. we're looking for a way for Beşiktaş to get back into this one. We'll see whether they can actually manage to follow through on that because they're losing their turrets. They're going to have to try and find that fight sooner rather than later.
Yeah. All right. So more likely, we'll take a look at how quickly EDG can execute the victory here because this is their goal now.
Yeah.
You mentioned the time before. Time does matter in the tiebreaker situation.
Right.
So the quicker you can end these games, the better. If something crazy happens and a tiebreaker does pop up, not quite sure. I don't think that a tiebreaker for them would pop up now since they did also beat Fnatic. But it's also best practice.
Yeah.
To win games quicker.
Certainly is. Beşiktaş, though, are positioning around this mid lane. Got to stay together here just to try and answer the fact that EDG have so many globals. If they get caught on their own, there can be a whole lot of friends available in the Chinese lineup.
Really not able to defend these wards either. You see him quickly being taken out, and it takes quite a few members just to regain those little parts of their jungle.
Yeah.
Pawn and Meiko, the roam team here. The rest of the map, or the rest of the team, I should say, up top, and it's going to be Deft by himself in mid. They are 2-1-2ing this with the AD carry mid.
Yeah, of course, the safest member of the team in the mid lane.
All those escapes.
All those escapes.
20 seconds onto Dragon. They probably won't need the full team for that either. But like you said, guys, let's get that time in there. EDG is definitely resting a little bit before they make this final push.
I think it makes sense here because Deft just hides behind his money.
It's a big wall right now.
Yeah, it's a big wall. Gonna keep him safe.
Or he will just beat you in the face with his bag of money,
yeah.
Kill you before you can get to it.
That would work too. Whichever way.
We've talked about how much it would hurt being slapped in the face with 6,000 gold. It'd be pretty painful.
Yeah.
So they're able to keep all 3 waves pushed while pulling 3 members back for the objective. EDG, you can say that is complete map control. They still have some minions up top and control of both of these bottom 2 waves. So if they collapse here, should be able to get that last outer turret before returning to base to buy. Took a little detour here for Deft though, so a few minutes or a few seconds he's gonna have to walk all the way back from the red buff. Now though, he does have the red buff for the shove, and they still have control of the bottom lane as well as mid, so they should be able to collapse and make their pincer.
Yeah, and Deft is very, very conscious of this CS deficit statistic that we picked up of 17.5 behind because he is doing his very best to try and change that one.
When your sample size from the first day is 2 games,
yeah,
you get some overblown statistics like that.
You could. Now,
now he wants to blow him out of proportion even more in favor of himself.
Or is this just going to even it out? So now it's about where it should be. Not sure.
Well, we'll see if he can still do anything on that 8-1 and 2 Jinx. We know him to be very good at AD carry in general, but using those summoner spells to make it look even better. It'll be hard for Beşiktaş to get to him. We did say there's a lot of gold on him. I don't know if that's going to be everything they need if they just take him out in a fight. Pawn now to the bottom turret by himself. Oh my word, just 2 spells putting Thaldrin to half HP there.
We're not used to seeing TF doing that much damage at 16 minutes into the game as well.
The Sivir wave clear might not be there in time for this wave. They could get a good chunk of damage before she arrives.
Well, gonna have to arrive fast with a Jinx. Those turrets are gonna fall very fast.
Not that big a chunk.
Oh,
good
nice
spell shield. I like your thought.
Yeah, I liked yours.
It's the little things now.
That 12,000 gold lead is making it hard for Beşiktaş to guard their base, but doing so ever so slowly now. They find a few of their picks. The Achilles just off on the slide. This Glacial Prison
great spot
to Deft would be what they need. The choppers go down. Deft flashes out. There's the summoner spell used to get him into position. Here comes the Destiny and the blowback as well from that Gnar. Koro coming in huge, and they are going to continue to wall up this fight.
Yeah, Theokoles getting down solo as well as Deft picking up more kills. And after that, incredible. Now EDG just roll over the fight.
Sejuani looked like it slipped out of his hands as he was charging there.
Energy coming in. Pawn's going down solo. The ace comes down, but I love the hero play from Energy.
Loves to do it. We've seen him taking Barons on it, trying to get a few kills for himself.
Put him in
there
the
to put up on the board, exactly. And the first inhibitor will fall here as EDG cracks the base.
At 17.5 minutes.
Right.
Jeez.
Talking about speed, since the new season, this is one of the fastest inhibitors that we've seen on back of a 19-2 score here. So let's take another look at Theokoles, and he got into a great position. But here is where you see it's a little greasy on that Sejuani ultimate goes to skew, and from then, goes downhill very quickly. Deft, he does have that red buff that he went back to go grab before coming to shove, and that'll be enough to chase down Dumbledoge and get the reset on his passive. Whew.
Oh dear. There's a lot of damage, and I like this from Energy. He's got the emergency build. I want heaps of sticks. I'm gonna hit him with heaps of sticks.
Gotta go nuclear.
Yep, got him. Got him dynamite, ready to take him down. It's actually, you know, if you're in an emergency situation, pick up as much flat ability power as you can just to try and weather the storm, maybe.
Yeah.
It's not quite Dade-esque where he just builds Magi's when he's losing by a ridiculous margin, just in case he can get something from it. But I like it from Energy. I've got 860 gold, guys. What do I buy? Blasting Wand.
Yeah, he's playing the wizard game. They're just stacking wand on top of wand. He's gonna make one super blasting wand.
That's right. He's got to clear out those rings and get 2 more for himself. See which way he decides to go with it. Deft again on the front line of the mid push. This time he's got a few buddies there. Onto the tank as well. Theokoles not even able to take the damage that Pawn is putting out from his Twisted Fate.
Wand is out.
The fast feet on that one. Dodges it, but he cannot dodge out 3 members. The damage he traded back to Beşiktaş there, still big.
Yeah, it was, but can't survive against 4 members of the team as the Super Mega Death Rocket comes through. Energy just tanks it up. Not sure what that was doing. So everyone else managed to get back to base, but Super Mega Death Rocket just in protest of the death of the mid laner of EDG.
Need the fireworks skin for Jinx.
Yeah.
Shoot him off in honor of Pawn. A noble sacrifice. They did shove up both the mid and bottom though, and so they're knocking at the door once again. Pawn does not have his ultimate, so he'll have to walk his way all the way back up to the rest of the team. And that means that they may just retreat for, well, Baron's up. You know, it's 20 minutes into the game. Have they ever taken one right on spawn? Nope, they're just gonna bait it.
Yeah. They know the fight would lead them into the base. Usually it is a prerequisite. They have to check off Baron first before they go in.
Theokoles.
Yeah, they're going to cook this one up. Got a little Sejuani for dinner. They're going to back off now. The Baron should be theirs. It only took a few members to get that in for him. And we still see Beşiktaş trying to clear out the base here. So Baron up for EDG. And they're going to go straight for the base.
Yep, just 20 minutes into the game. Baron was prepared. 30 seconds late on that one for EDG, but we'll give it to him. They take that one down very easily. First Baron of the game, 7 turrets to 0.
It's all Pawn's fault.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have died. They would have had that sucker on spawn.
Yep. We'll have to have words to him afterwards.
We'll see what he was really thinking in the interview. Dragon is alive. It looks like they just want to objective clean up around the map as well and get it objective free. No worries, no cares in the world right now as they are up quite a bit of gold.
We talk about 10,000 gold at 20 minutes being a problematic margin, but when you're at about 20,000 gold at 20 minutes into the game, that is absurd. And you've got to build Water Cutlass on your Gnar at the same time. Theokoles once again caught out. Pawn's going to use the Destiny. Super Mega Death Rocket sails by as well. Through the wall to the side as Nardeus says, nope, I'm not walking into that one.
Koro going full damage here.
I like it. All death sends onto Thaldrin. Aptly named as the Gnar comes in as well. Energy gets exhausted as Deft picks up that kill. Theokoles, got it, sorry, is still dead. And Nardeus trying to get some damage back. EDG are fairly low, but man, look at the damage from Deft. As he's just going to take down that poor little Sivir. Dumbledoge able to get the exhaust off, but Deft being the hero flashes over the Arctic Assault. Triple kill. Theokoles comes back alive. Quadra kill for Deft.
The okie doke. Deft just like a matador right there. Sejuani runs right back. And that's going to be the game.
The celebratory deaths on the Founders. Energy looking to pick something up. And he's going to fall down, and EDG, they get the rest of the job done.
What a game from EDG, the fastest game so far coming out of the midseason invitational at 22:30, 27-3. EDG take down Beşiktaş.
Oh man, that was just pretty brutal stuff from EDG. Not really much more to say. It's
job
20,000
well
gold.
done.
Yeah.
that game. Very well done there from EDG. And they delivered on everything that Deft said they would in the interview. Talk about timely victories. 22.5 minutes here for EDG. Very, very promising for them moving forward.
Absolutely.
At the MSI.
The thing in the beginning of the game, EDG went a little hard, very careless with their summoner spells, but at that point, Deft and Meiko should not have been able to come to lane and quickly push out Nardeus and Dumbledoge in that situation. It should have been Nardeus trying to do that early damage, knowing the exhaust was down on Meiko. They lost a big advantage there in that early part of the game.
Bottom lane was definitely brutal for them.
And it was just Meiko and Deft showing off how incredibly well they played together as a unit as well. I mean,
absolutely.
These death sentences across the side coming through, and man, they're a frightening bottom lane to contend with no matter who you are.
Absolutely, and for a closer look at EDG's win, let's check in at the analyst desk.